Here at Greenville Memorial Hospital in South Carolina, no one knows for sure just how many drains there are running throughout the hospital. Hundreds? 1,000? Maybe. There is one guy who knows this. If there is a drain problem anywhere in this facility, he's the one who's going to get the call. Meet Gary Irvin, Director of Plumbing for the hospital, who clearly understands the value of Momar's Maintain It All pumping system and the total drain maintenance program.
I think the biggest benefit for us is just not having to call companies like Roto-Rooter and these guys out. We've got a good group of plumbers here, but we'd rather have them doing other things than taking the sewer machines and going out and clean these drains out, because it's time consuming. A lot of times it can get a little nasty and a little dirty, and some of the areas in the hospital, that's nothing you want to be doing, even at the worst, even in decon and some of the dirtier places of the hospital, it's just nothing you want to be out there doing. So if you can keep those drains cleaned out and keep everything moving, it's a lot cheaper to buy the products than it is to call the Roto-Rooters and those companies out here.
From simple water to the most hazardous of waste, including blood and other surgical body fluids, the job is pretty simple. Match the unique drain problems on all 6 floors of this massive and growing 850-plus bed medical facility to the best possible Momar solution, and in doing so, keep the phone from ringing in the plumbing department. That job is accomplished with 4 Momar drain products.
Gobble Up, a liquid bioenzymatic digester that penetrates, liquefies, and digests fats, oils, greases, proteins, starches, and even cellulose. Passage, Momar's green action, hyper-concentrated bioenzymatic digester with a record high bacteria count of 1.1 trillion live bacteria per gallon. LBE, an ultra-concentrated bioenzymatic digester fortified with detergents, enzymes, and chlorine-neutralizing components. And Drainox, a 100% biodegradable drain opener and maintainer fortified with active oxygen.
The most versatile and most utilized drain product here at Greenville Memorial is Momar Gobble Up. Used in the majority of the sink and floor drains throughout the hospital, as well as drain lines exposed to soft drink syrup buildup, Gobble Up solves 90% of the hospital's drain issues.
First and foremost, it's going to prevent any buildup on your drain lines, whether it be food or soap scum or anything in that nature. It's going to prevent that from happening. Because anytime that happens, you're going to have the smells that are associated with the buildup on the line.
Right.
So no buildup, no smell. So if you got either one of them, Gobble Up's going to prevent the buildup as well as the smell. It puts off a pleasant cherry fragrance.
Right.
Gobble Up contains 3 strains of spore-forming pathogen-free bacteria that produce 5 different types of enzymes. Gobble Up will quickly penetrate, liquefy, and digest, hence the name Gobble Up, the fats, oil, grease, cellulose, protein, and starch that build up in drains. And while the product will eliminate the causes of blocked or reduced flow drains, Gobble Up can solve drain problems, even where there's nothing there but air.
A lot of times the floor drains, if they get dry, the P-traps on the floor drains, if they get dry, you get an odor from those. That keeps that down, keeps those drains. A lot of the drains don't get a lot of water down them. So if you can keep something in there to keep those drains from getting, those lines from getting stopped up.
Because if they dry out, then they're be more prone to odor.
Oh yeah. By far, if the P-traps get, that's what your P-traps are for, to keep that odor down. Mm-hmm. But if they get dry, in our mechanical rooms and places like that, you will get an odor from them. So that helps us out a lot there.
While Gobble Up handles the bulk of the hospital drain work, there are specialized areas of the hospital that require special application products to prevent problems, like the hospital blood bank where laboratory testing reagents are used, the drain that flows from the hospital morgue with powerful processing fluids, and the overflow drain from the chiller containing water treatment chemicals. Because there is the need to neutralize these powerful wastewater components, hyper-concentrated bioenzymatic passage is applied. One of the more unusual and more critical applications in the hospital is this unique solid waste processor that is located in the two main hospital kitchens. In each, waste material of all sorts is fed into a water trough and carried into a stainless steel pulper and cutter, where the waste is literally pulped into a semi-liquid slurry, piped through a water press, and fed into these waste receptacles. The system reduces human handling of waste, in turn saving labor dollars, and because it returns 95% of the water to the system, it reduces 88% of the overall volume of waste.
What it does is separates the solids from the liquids, from all the waste products, I guess you call it, from the kitchen.
Food waste? And
food waste, yes, sir. And all the plastics and styrofoam products and that kind of stuff, it separates it. But the water that circulates through this system it just recirculates over and over again. It does replenish some of the water, but sometimes the odor can get pretty bad, with all the food and everything going through there. And we've putting a product in there and keeps the odor down and keeps everybody happy.
That's the LBE?
Yes, sir.
Because of the sheer volume handled by this pulper grinder system, Momar uses a product with 4 times the concentration of gobble up to handle the load. Fed through Momar's Maintain It All pump, Momar LBE, featuring 3 strains of bacteria that create 5 different types of aggressive enzymes, is pumped into the system to assist the digestion process and attack the cause of odors before they start.
As with any major regional medical center, the effort is to be all things to all patients. Greenville Memorial Hospital is no different. Constant construction, constant improvements, including the food court, featuring, no offense to hospital food, some of the more popular food outlets that patients, staff, and visitors enjoy the most.
Learning experience. We've added some areas that weren't on previously. Starbucks, Chick-fil-A. We've got a new restaurant up this Aubon Payne. We've added their floor drains in different areas, but
and those are drains the hospital is responsible for maintaining?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're responsible for anything on this campus. And
while, once again, Momar Gobble Up is the workhorse pulling most of the duty in daily drain work, a 4th product is in play, Drainox, for specialized needs in digesting surgical residue from the operating room to solving a blocked drain in the food court at Starbucks. What was the problem here?
Well, coffee grinds, and they said they got tired of getting calls from up here for clogging the drains with coffee grinds. Gary called me and asked me what I had for it, and I said, well, I got a lot of stuff for it. Let me call and get the best one for you. So Vermont told me probably the best thing to do would be to put some Drainox in there.
Problem solved?
Problem solved, not a clog since.
In addition to handling new and different drain problems as they occur, Richard's primary job is to service this large hospital, making certain that his product is being pumped down the drain so odor problems don't come up. And while Gary Irvin has already told us that he wants the professional plumbers on his staff engaged in projects, not opening drains, he depends upon Richard and Momar products to keep things flowing with no odors and, when it comes to service, earned trust.
I kind of let Richard handle a lot of that stuff. Just I trust it because he knows a lot more about it than I do, and I just let him take care of it. He knows what we need and what we don't need. And
if you had complaints, you'd have a problem. But without any complaints, he's doing the right job.
That's exactly right. When my phone starts ringing, but I hadn't had that problem. That's one good thing.
At Momar, with our great variety of products, we specialize in customizing your Maintain It All drain maintenance systems to best prevent problems. Tell us what your problem is. We'll recommend the most effective solution. For the finest products and essential trusted service to make your system work best, call your local Momar representative or call us at 800-556-3967.